Right, I'm joined here today by Boxing 5 Promotions promoter Larry Wainstein, and exciting day today. Landile Ngxeke has arrived officially in Johannesburg. You guys have greeted him and seen him. What's the feeling like around him arriving?
It's deja vu. I mean, we've done this before, you know, with Phumelela Kafu and Collins. You know, he's been involved with a few guys, and so I'm there and I go along with Colin. He's my partner. He's the man that organizes boxers. He knows their talent. He knows what's needed. And he does the work with the international guys, you know, and plots the way forward. And so, you know, for me, it's fantastic. I'm there to support him, and let's go.
Of course, him coming up to Johannesburg for a first time. You mentioned Phumelela Kafu, obviously being the other example. Phumelela Shabalala has also joined as well. So
exactly.
A lot of new signings that have arrived here. What's the feelings around all the new names that are coming in?
Well, it's exciting, and it's also, you know, we also don't want to disappoint, and that's why I'm saying that's Colin's job to do that, because it's easy to put them on a tournament at Carnival City or local tournament and you know, find them opponents and get, but he's got to then navigate the way to get them the opportunities that he believes they're good enough for.
And as Boxing 5 Promotions, you've got all these exciting talents that are on the cusp of like world titles, but then you still got your current crop of fighters who are, you know, still up and coming fighters. So exciting balance.
No, it is exciting balance, but you also got to make sure, because a lot of the guys get a little bit antsy and they also want to go somewhere and they want to know, they see it all happening around them. So you got to be sure that you look after all of them. And you know, the problem with having a lot of guys is you can't neglect anyone, because you've only put on so many tournaments, and that's why it helps. As the guys come up, you'll see we take fights for them. They fight on other promotions, and we keep them busy, and at least they then not cooling their heels, they're actually active.
And of course, you got a tournament coming up now, just discussing Boxing 5. It's like a co-promotions that you guys are doing with another promoter. Can you just let us know about that tournament coming up in Uppington?
Sure. So about 3 months ago, I got a call from Russell Binderman, who's got Fight Arts Promotions, who's never put on a professional tournament. He's got a development license, and he phoned me and said, you know, would you be interested in doing something, a collaboration with me? He said, I've never had boxing here in Uppington, and you know, I've seen what you're doing, and I'd like to, would you consider it? And at the time at Kafu in Texas, and we had tournaments, we had the heavyweight title fight, and we were busy, and I said to him, please just give us a chance to get over this, and we can discuss it. I think the Carnival City was over on the Monday, and he phoned me the Tuesday. He said, is it on now? We're going to do October or November, and we've planned to do one in November. So I said, Russ, let's do it in October. And the difference with this is our fighters won't be on the bill, because all of our fighters, no disrespect, they've got the fighters that we've got, the up-and-coming ones have done well, they're unbeaten, and we just, you know, we want, when you're taking boxing to somewhere where they've never seen it as a professional, you don't want to put on shows where there's going to be knockouts, and you need to have decent fights. So AB got the brief with me to say, AB, I want these guys matched up. He gave us some guys from that area, so we tried to match up all the guys that he's got, and I mean, some of them haven't fought for a while, and then there was some from the Free State and some obviously from the Northern Cape. So they brought in about 7 fighters, and we matched them up with different fighters of the same caliber, you know, to make it that it's entertaining. And that's how that came about, you know, and it's all just happened that quickly. And he got some decent sponsors. He's been very how can I say, he's been very active with arranging a sponsor with the casino, you know, so that's been exciting, because they've given us free rooms and food, and the Palace Casino in Uppington. And then he's been very sort of creative. He's approached the shopping centre in Uppington, which is a lovely place, big space, and he sent me a message saying I've approached them and they've agreed we can do the sort of the conference and weigh-in at the Uppington Mall. So for me that's fantastic, because you're getting to get the people that come, the locals, and you can then sell the tournament to them. Plus he's gone out and they've made posters of our fight pace and they put it in the shops and they've put it on trees, they've put it all over. You know, like we say, it might be some people might pull their noses up at it, but it takes that to actually get it known out there, and they're very excited about it, you know. And to have a promoter as Boxing 5 brand collaborating with his brand, Fight Arts, promotions, he's over the moon, and everything happens, quite quickly, and it's done properly.
Of course, Fight Arts Promotions, they're going to be hosting, I'm sure, more tournaments next year. Is it a strategic partnership now between Boxing 5 and them, or is this a once-off project?
Well, it could be strategic if it works to help him, but also we'd like him to be able to take out a license, because he's just got a development tournament license, which is fine. This one is, we've put on an international Africa title. That's because of one of our partners said he needs to put this on. He's happy for us if we could look at it. And when I phoned him to tell him about it, he was over the moon. I mean, that's something that obviously the sponsors and everybody are wild about, because now it's a light heavyweight fight, and it's this WBF Intercontinental Africa title, and it's something that they never thought could happen. And now the first out there, that's why we've called it first time ever. First ever professional tournament, that's what's happening.
And looking at the athletes that are performing on there, obviously you mentioned they're all from all different provinces. Is there anyone, there that could potentially put in a great performance and we could be seeing them on a Boxing 5 card back in Gauteng?
Well, there's two of the boys from KwaZulu-Natal that are unbeaten, and that's why the 5-0, and AB's looked at the record and the 1-6-0. They did change it. That's Mr. Hula, who's the promoter there, said if you'd be looking at his boys, and Colin has signed up some of his guys with No Doubt Management, and the tournaments now, also I think in October, but he's keen to give these boys a fight, and I'm sorry, so I think it's November, so he's keen to give these boys a fight, and so we're happy to do it, I've never seen the guys, but AB looked at their records and he said these guys are nice, and it will be also a stepping stone for them, which would be nice.
And from a personal milestone for you, going to Uppington and seeing that sort of region, I don't know if you've ever been there before. I personally haven't. So, I mean, for you just to get there and see some parts of the country.
I haven't been up to Uppington, but I often used to go up to Kimberley, which I said which is about 4 hours away or something. I might be wrong, but that's, and I've been to Kimberley a few times, not for boxing, but for when I was still in horse racing. I used to go quite a few times on a Monday, and then have a big meeting there once a year. So I was used to going to Kimberley, but never to Uppington. And Russell's from Kimberley, so that's in the Northern Cape, So my understanding is I think Uppington's closer to Namibia. So and the biggest obstacle was getting the guys there, because now you're taking so many guys and you got to get them there on the Thursday, and that's why they gave us 3 rooms, because you don't want to, and the guys, you can't get flights. So we're battling to get flights up there, and what we've decided on, we're getting a luxury bus and driving up Thursday morning to get the guys there, that they're not, feeling it, and then Friday at the way in, they're there. So Thursday they're at the hotel, Friday, and then Saturday the tournament. But when I say there's obstacles, those are the obstacles. Trying to get them all up there and make sure. And you can't just go there and say, well, we've got 14, 16 people, 20 people we need rooms for, and we need flights for. It doesn't work. So those are some of the obstacles that we've had to work through, but it's people are quite keen. They're saying it's fantastic.
And for the people that can't make it all the way to Uppington, let's say they in other provinces in the country, how do they watch this event?
With our other partner, who I should mention, is taking up a team of 5 guys up to Uppington to do a production. So Discover Sports are doing a production there, which is also something new and which is great that people will be able to see it. And they've agreed. The flights aren't available. There's 5 guys there already, so they're gonna send a kit up with a courier. They're gonna do all the stuff in the studio before, and they're gonna do the production on the Friday and the Saturday. You know, so Discover Sports will be on their platform, and we've agreed to it, which is something nice.
It's going to take place on the 25th of October.
Yes.
What time does this tournament start?
It starts at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
And the other thing is, which is also first time for me, and I think for most of the guys, it's an open air show. So it's open, and it's going to be. I hope the sun's not too bright.
Yeah, sure. And obviously, is there a covering for the rain?
Yeah, there will be.
Okay.
But not probably for the spectators, because you couldn't do the whole place.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So the ring will be, and obviously you need the BSA inspection to be done. So that'll be done on Thursday. I've got Riaz flying up on Saturday. I've already booked him to come Saturday so he can check the ring, and because we're taking up our ring cover. They put in the ring, and Riaz will check that the ring is the right spec and everything, and it's a 6x6 ring, so there's no qualms about that. So those are the things we've had to do. And how many people are going to be? They've done amateur tournaments, 200, 250 people come to the amateur tournaments they've done, but not at the casino. How many people they're going to get? Who knows?
So we look forward to seeing exactly what's going to go down. Obviously, people need to tune into the weigh-in the 24th of October. Then, of course, the fight on the 25th of October.
Yeah.
Boxing 5 promotions and collaborations with Fight Arts promotions. Anything last you want to leave us with?
You know, it's just something new. Again, we've always doing things that's new, and that's what we thought. Nobody's ever been up there, let's do it. So we want to thank the guys up in Uppington, Russell Biederman and his people and his daughter and the family. They've done a hell of a job. You know, they even got putting a billboard up on the main road. I mean, that doesn't happen yet.
Yeah.
You know, but now they're putting a billboard advertising this tournament, so it's fantastic.
So the marketing's on point, tournaments going ahead, and we are ready for boxing in Uppington.
Yeah, so just to clarify that, the marketing is on point, but they've done posters and put it up in shops, on trees, it's just being plastered all over the show. Crude but effective.
We're getting out to the people.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Larry, for joining us again, and we look forward to the next one.
Thanks, Toby.